If you're looking at selling your house and are not using a realtor, you probably have a list of unanswered questions of what the closing process would look like. In this video, I'd like to address some of the most common questions we get about closing and selling your house. First, we often get asked, who pays the closing costs? The correct answer is it could be anyone. But when you sell to Ozarks house buyers, oftentimes we go ahead and pay all the closing costs. Plus, since there's no realtors involved, another question we get is who coordinates the transaction? If you're not using a realtor, then it's up to you, who your buyer is, and the title company to coordinate the transaction from start to end. If you sell your house to Ozarks house buyers, we have a full-time transaction coordinator that will handle all the paperwork in the file all the way to the end. That means once we fill out our agreements, we'll get over to the title company and handle everything else. We'll reach out to you if anything's needed in the meantime. You just set the closing date and we'll let you know if anything changes. Another question we get is, does the closing take in place or virtually? And that's a great question. It depends. If you're here locally and you like to go and sign in person, that's probably your best option. We'll all meet at the title company, individually go back with the closer, sign our paperwork. For a lot of sellers, they may not live locally or even in the same state, and it's not convenient for them to travel all the way to town to sign for the closing. We have worked with our title company numerous times to where all the documents are FedExed overnight to you to be signed and then returned back. We're able to do closings virtually when needed. And finally, an important question gets asked is, who pays off the mortgage and anything else owed? Well, that's where the title company comes into place. We're going to agree on a price, put it in writing, and send it over to the title company. The title company is going to do their research on that property. When they find any mortgages, liens, or anything that's owed on the house, at closing, the title company will take the funds from us, pay off anything that's owed, and the remaining balance will be dispersed to you once everything is signed. If you're looking at navigating the sale of your property and have decided not to use a realtor, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to be a resource to you through this time. If you'd like to get a hold of us and talk to someone live, call us at 417-323-2611 and let us see how we can help you in your situation.